On October 9, 2015, Russell Brand interviewed Ed Miliband on his YouTube show The Truths. The pair discussed a variety of topics such as the housing crisis in the UK, inequality, and Miliband's plans for the future. Miliband took the opportunity to stress the need for a greater focus on social justice. He argued that it was time to tackle the problems that Britain was facing head-on and to move away from the failed austerity of recent years. Miliband also highlighted the need for an increase in wages and a better balance of wealth between the rich and the poor. He argued that a fairer distribution of wealth was essential if the UK was to achieve a more equal society. Miliband also pointed to his promise to freeze energy prices for 2 years, while also repealing the bedroom tax. Brand questioned Miliband on the common criticisms of his policies, particularly the lack of details and ambitious measures. Miliband, however, argued that he had a clear vision of how to create a fairer society and that the Labour Party would carry out the policies needed to do so. He also defended the Labour Party's stance on taxation of larger companies, arguing that it was necessary to create a fairer society. The pair also discussed wider issues such as the environment and how Miliband proposed to tackle the ever-growing problem of climate change. Miliband said that he was committed to tackling the issue through a sustainable economy and renewable energy sources. He also proposed to introduce a citizen's income, which would be available to all regardless of income or societal status, as well as increased support for low-paid workers. Miliband also sought to address the issue of declining voter turnout amongst younger people, focusing more on the values rather than specifics. He argued that young people should have a say in their future and be offered more educational opportunities. The two also discussed Miliband's report on the refugee crisis, which proposed practical solutions to the mounting humanitarian disaster. Miliband argued that the government had a moral duty to provide a safe haven for displaced people and that Britain must move beyond the dignity threshold set out by the United Nations. Brand also questioned Miliband on the role of the media, noting that much of the reporting about him was seen as unfair and biased. Miliband argued that the media had an obligation to provide an honest and balanced representation of political affairs. He argued that the British public had a right to an informed view of political discussion and should not have to rely on biased media outlets. Miliband also addressed the issue of rising tuition fees, arguing that while they had risen under Labour, they had increased exponentially under the current government. He argued that young people needed to be supported in their education, not burdened with debt. Miliband also proposed the need to abolish the penetration of zero-hours contracts and to further invest in workers in this changing world. The engaged conversation between the two also raised the issue of mental health, with Miliband proposing additional resources to help those suffering with complex issues. Miliband said that financial support was essential for those who need it most, and that investment in mental health services should be seen as more of a priority.